Hi students, welcome to AM Teachers Tech. Myself Lubna Afza. So last video we have factorization, chapter factorization for 9th standard ICSE maths. In that we have solved the problems for exercise 5A. Today in the same chapter, that is chapter number 5, we will solve the problems on 5B. Okay, so the first problem, we'll start with the first problem here. So can you see this is your 5B factorization. First one, it is a square plus 10a plus 20. If you see, you have three terms here: term 1, term 2, term 3. Okay, you have three terms, so it is a three term polynomials. So what we do, we to find the factorization, we do midterm splitting here. Okay, so midterm splitting here. So first, if you see here, it is what is this? This is in the general form. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Now if you see this, this is x square. Now this is next is what x to the power of 1, and this is what we're calling it as constant. Okay, now how to factorize it, factorize this, we will see one by one. Okay, so first, what is this? This here, this is called as constant here, or you can call it as coefficient here. So this is for a, the coefficient is 1. So first thing what you have to do, you have to multiply these two. So if I multiply these two, so what we have to get, we have to get 24, and middle part is what here, 10 it is. So you have to find a value, or you can have to find the coefficient such that when you multiply you should get 24, and when you add it you have to get 10. Okay, so what are the values you can find here? 6 fours are 6 fours are 24. So here what you see here, it is plus here, so plus means, and here also it is plus. So what we take both the numbers as 6 plus and 4 plus. Okay, so I'll rewrite this equation. How do I write here? So a square plus 6a, okay, plus 4a plus 24. Okay, now what we have to do, next step what we have to do, we have to group these two, and we have to group these two. So what is the common here? So a square means it is a into a. So what is the common here? A is the common. So a if I take out, so what will be left here? So a, see here, a into a, it is a square. Okay, so plus, see this a already we have taken out here, so what is left? 6 is left. So a plus 6 plus, in this what I will take here out, so it is, I will take 4, because 4 ones are 4 6 are 4 into 6 is 24. So this 4 and this 4 I'm going to take out. So it will be 4, open the bracket, a plus 6. Okay, now if you see this equation, this is common and this is common. So if I take this outside, it is a plus 6. Okay, and what is left? If I take what is left, a is left here. In this part a is left, in this part 4 is left, so plus 4. Okay, so these are the two terms I can call, or two factors of this equation 1. Okay, example 1. So we'll go for the example 2 here, this one problem. So here's it has been given here 40 minus 40. So minus 40 into 1. So when you multiply, you have to get minus 40. And when you have next step is what you have to find, what is that coefficient. Okay, you have to find the factors such that either if you add or if you subtract, you have to get minus 3. Okay, so which value will you take? So it is 40 means 8 fives are 8 fives are. So what is this? This is minus sign. So if it is minus sign here at this value, so what you have to select, so this becomes minus, bigger value will become minus, and smaller value will become plus. So that is minus 8 plus 5. So this becomes minus 3. Okay, fine. So we'll start writing the equation: a square minus 8a plus 5a, okay, minus 40. Okay, so when you multiply these two, you have to get minus 40. Minus 8 plus 5, minus 8, minus into plus, minus 8 fives are 40. When you add, you have to get minus 3. So minus 3 plus 5, minus 8 plus 5, it is minus 3. So it is correct. Okay, so now next what will I do? This one and this one I'm going to group it. So if I take a common here, a, if I take a common, a minus 8. Okay, So plus 5, plus 5 I take a common here. So a minus 8. Okay, because 40, how do I write? 5 into 8. 5 eights are 40. So 5, this 5 and this 5, I'm going to take it out common. That is, I'm going to take common here. So what is the common in this equation again? A minus 8 is common. I'm going to remove this common outside. So if I remove 8, a minus 8, then what is left? A plus 5. So these are the two factors of your problem number 2. Okay. Next, we'll go for the problem number 3. Okay, if you want, you can start up doing like this, or what you can do, you can rearrange this equation. So minus 3a square minus 2a plus 1. Okay, so if you multiply these two, okay, before this we are going to do one more step. I'll take minus outside. If I take minus outside, so this becomes 3a square plus 2a minus 1. Okay, so this and this you have to multiply, this and this you have to multiply. So 3 into minus 1, you are going to get minus 1. So when you multiply, you have to get minus. Okay, so when you add or when you subtract, you have to get 2. So 3 is what? 3 is your prime number. So as it is a prime number, so it will be multiplied by itself, or it will be multiplied. It has a factor. It has only two factor. As it is a prime number, it has only two factor. So that is 1 and 3. That is, it has been divided by, divisible by 1, or it is divisible by itself. That is 3. So what are the factor here? It is 2 into 3 into 1. Okay, so in the middle, what it is, this is plus sign. As it is a plus sign here, so bigger one I will take it as a plus here, and next value I'm going to take, that is smaller one, I'm going to take minus, because when I multiply this, I have to get minus 3. So plus into minus, it is minus. So 3 into 1, it is 3. Okay, and when I add it, that is plus 3 minus 1. That means what I'm doing subtraction here. Subtraction means you are going to get plus 2. So plus 2 plus 3 minus 1, it is plus 2. Okay, so we'll write an equation here. So minus 3a square. Okay, so plus 3a minus a minus 1. Okay, so now I'm going to group this and this and this and this. So minus, as it is, I'm going to write. So what is the common in these two terms? In these two terms, what is the common? 3a is common. So if I take 3a outside, what is left? A plus 1, because 3a also, in this I have taken 3a outside. So what is left? A plus 1. So minus, I'm going to take outside. So minus into 1. So what is left? Minus I have taken out. So this becomes plus a and plus 1. Okay, so now in this I'm going to take common. In this common, this is common, and this is common. Okay, so minus, as it is, I'm going to write it as a plus 1, and one more value is what? 3a minus 1. Okay, so now if I want, I can stop here, or I can rewrite one more equation here. So this one I can multiply with this equation, or I can multiply with this term. Okay, so what will I do? I will multiply with the second term. So it is a plus 1, as it is, I'm going to write it down this one. So this one I'm going to write it as 1 minus 3a, because I'm multiplying minus into minus, so this becomes plus. Again minus into plus, so this becomes minus. Okay, so these are the two terms or two factors of your problem number 3. Okay, so next we will go for problem number 4. Equation, here also you have x square, and here also you have a square. Either you can consider a square, or you can consider x square. So we'll consider x square, and this one we will treat it as. Okay, so now we'll find out the factors here. So when you multiply here, okay, when you multiply, what you have to get? You have to get minus 88. And you have to find out the factors such that when you subtract, when you subtract or when you add, you have to get an answer as 3. So minus 3 you have to get. So which value I'm going to select? I'm going to select two values, simple values, that is 11 into 8. So 11 8s are, it is 88. Okay, now I'm going for the second term. In the second term, it has been taken as minus. So what will I do? Minus, I'm going to give it for the bigger value, and plus I'm going to give it for the smallest value. Okay, so when I subtract this, that is minus 11 plus 8, how much it is? It is minus 3. Okay, that means I'm getting the middle value also. So I'm going to write this equation now. X square minus 11 ax plus 8 ax minus 88 a square. Okay, now what I will do, I will take this 2, I will make this as 1, 2 as one group, and this one I'm going to make it as one group. Okay, so now what is the common here? So what is the common? Only x is the common. If I take x outside, so what is left? X minus 11a. Okay, so plus, in this again, what is the common? 8. I can take 8 common here because this one is 11 into 8. So 8, this 8 and this 8 I can take common here. So, and one more a also I can take common here. Okay, so 8a, if I take 8a outside, so what is left here? X minus 11a, because this is a square. A square is nothing but a into a. So 1 I have taken outside. So what is left? 1a is left here. Okay. Now in this is common. This is common. So I will take out this one. X minus 11a. And what is left? So this x is left. X plus 8a is left. Okay, now these are the two factors of your problem number 4. Okay, so these are the two factors of problem number 8. So we will go for the next problem, that is problem number 5. First step is we have to multiply this and this we have to multiply. So 15 into 6. If I multiply this one, 6 fives are how much? 33. 6 ones are 6, 6 plus 1, 90. So you have to get 90. So if you multiply, you have to get 90. When you add or subtract, you have to get minus 1. So what are the factors I'm going to select here? 10 nines are. 10 nines are. See how what sign I have to give for these two? I will selecting from the second term. In the second term, it is minus a, that is minus 1. So sign is what? Minus. So this sign I'm going to give for the bigger value. So minus 10. So next what I have to select? I have to select the plus sign. So this one I'm going to give it for 9, because what I have to get? I have to get here minus. So minus into plus. So I'm going to get minus. Okay, so now I'm going to write the equation. 6a square minus 10a plus 9a minus 15. Okay, minus 15. Okay, so now if I take a common here, what is the common? First I will group these two. So this two I will group, and these two I'm going to group it. So what is the common here? So what is the common here? I can take 2, and I can take it as a. A also I can take common. Okay, so what is left? 2 threes are into a minus 5. Okay, so plus what I can take common here, I have to get here 5. So here also 5. So here also I have to get 5. So when I'm going to get 5, 3 fives are 3 into 5. So this 3 also, how can I write? 3 into 3. So in this 3, what these two terms, what I can take common? 3 I can take common here. Okay, so 3 I'm going to take outside. So if I take 3 outside, so what is left? 1 3 is left here. So 3a minus 5. Okay, now in this equation, what is common here? This is common and this is common. So this common value, I'm going to take it out. 3a minus 5. Okay, so what is left? 2a plus 3. Okay, so these two are factors of problem number 5. Okay, all of you, I hope you people have understood. What you can do, you can just pause my video, and then you can solve, and then you can verify the steps. Okay, so next problem we will go. So that is problem number 6. First step, what we have to do? We have to multiply 24 into 5. So what we are going to get? 24 into 5. 5 fours are 0, 2 carrier. 5 fours are 20. 20 means to a carrier. Here I am going to write 0. 5 twos are 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So I am going to get 120. See, we have to find out the coefficients such that when I add or subtract, I am going to get, I have to get, how much I have to get? I have to get 37. So 12 means, how do I write? Simply, see, simple way I am going to tell you. 12, how do I write? 12, I am going to write it as 4 into 3. So 4 I am going to write it here, and 3 I am going to write it here. So 0. That is 40 into 3, it is 120. Okay. Otherwise, what you can do, you can calculate the factors and then you can multiply and see. So what I have to do here, I have to select such that the value, this value is 40 plus here. So the bigger value will be plus here and the smaller value will be negative. Okay. Now if you multiply here, what you have to get? You have to get 120 minus 120 because you have a sign here minus. So plus 24 into minus 5, you are going to get minus 120. So when you multiply plus into minus, it is minus 40 into 3, it is 120. Okay. So this condition satisfied. And if you subtract also, plus 40, okay, minus 3. So this is 37. Okay. So this condition is also satisfying. So now we're going to write the equation 24 a to the power of 3. Okay. So plus 40a minus 3a square and minus 5a. Now this one and this one I'm going to group it, and this one and this one I'm going to group it. Okay. So what if you want, I can keep it like this only, or if you want, what you can do, you can take a as common. Okay. So if I take a common here, okay, so this becomes, if you want, you can keep it like that only, or you can take a common. So I'll take a common here, 24a square, this becomes a square plus 40a minus 3a, so this becomes minus 5. Okay. So now what will I do? I will start grouping now. That is, I'm going to take common outside, so this becomes a. So what is common here? 24 and 40. So what is this? This is 8 into 3, and this is what? 8 into 5. So what is common in these two? So 8 is common. So this becomes 8a. If I take 8a common, so what is left? A. Okay. So plus 5. Sorry, 3 is also there here. So 3a plus 5. Okay. So minus 1 I'm going to take out here. So 1, if I take minus, if I take outside, so this becomes 3a. So this becomes plus 5. Okay. So what is common in these two equations? This and this is common. So this becomes 3a plus 5. Okay. So what is left? So 8a minus 1. Okay. So a is also there here. So this becomes a. So these are the factors of problem number 6. I hope you have understood. Okay, so we'll go for the next problem, problem number 7. So what will I do? I'll multiply first. What I will do, I'll remove this bracket. So if I remove this bracket, so this becomes 3a square minus 2a minus 1. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to multiply 3 into minus 1. So what we are going to get? Minus 3. As it is a prime number, so the factors are 3 into 1. So as you have minus here, so bigger number will be minus, smaller number will be plus. Okay, so minus 3 plus 1. So what we are going to get? Minus 2. So the middle term is also satisfied. So minus into plus, so this becomes minus. Okay, so we'll write the equation now. A square. Okay, so this is called as middle term splitting. So this term we are splitting. So minus 3a, okay, minus 3a plus 1a minus 1. Okay, now this one and this one we will group, and this one and this one will group. So what is a common here? I hope you have till now you have understood how to take a common. So the common is 3a. So if I take 3a outside, so a is remainder, that is a is left minus 1 because we have taken 3a outside here. So in this, what is the common? It is 1 is common, so a minus 1. So now in this whole equation, what is common here? Values here. So this one, and this one is the common. So if I take that one outside, a minus 1, so what is left? 3a plus 1. Okay, so these are the two factors of your problem number 7. So this is your very easy problem. So seventh problem is very easy problem. Okay, so next is what we'll do, problem number 8. Okay, so how will you solve this? If you multiply, that is, you have to get minus 9. Correct, all of you? And if you add or subtract, you have to get 8. So as I have to get 8, so what should be the factors here? 9 into 1. Okay, so 9 into 1, as this is plus sign here, So this will become plus and this becomes minus. Okay. So we'll write an equation here. A square plus A square into B square plus 9ab minus 1ab minus 9. See here, plus 9 and minus 1. So that becomes plus 8. Okay. So now I'm going to group. Now I hope you people have understood how to grouping also. So this one I'll group and this one I'll group. So what I'm going to take outside here, A and B, if I take a outside common here, so what is left? AB is left. Plus 9 is left. Okay, so minus 1 if I take outside, so what is left? AB plus 9 because I have taken minus outside. Okay, so now what is common in these two? This and this is common. A into B plus 9 is common. If I take this outside, so what is left? AB minus 1. Okay, now these are the two factors of the problem number 8. I hope you have understood. First, what I will do, I will remove this brackets. Okay, now can you see this brackets I'm going to remove? So one step I'll write here 3 minus 4a minus, because minus into plus it is minus 7a square. So if you want you can solve it like that only, or what you can do, you can rewrite this equation by taking minus outside. So minus if I take outside, so this becomes 7a square plus, this is square, plus 4a minus 3, because minus into minus it becomes plus 3. Okay, now what I have to do, when I multiply I have to get minus 3. So when I multiply, so what I have to give, I have to get minus 21. Okay, so what are the factors here? Same factors I can take. 7 into 3. 7 3s are 21. So as it is plus sign here, so I'm going to get bigger value as plus, smaller value as minus. So I'll start writing the equation. So minus 7a square plus 7a minus 3a minus 3. If you want, you can verify. 7 plus 7 minus 3 means it is plus 4. Okay, it is correct. So minus, I will take common here in this two term. What is the common? 7a is common. So what is left? A plus 1. In this I will take minus 3 common. So what is left? A plus 1. Okay. So minus I have taken out. So this becomes plus. So what a plus 1 I am going to take outside. If I take a plus 1 common, so what is left? 7a minus 3. If you want, you can stop here by writing 1 here, or what you can do, one more step, you can write it as a plus 1. I will multiply this minus and this minus. Okay, so this becomes plus 3 and this becomes minus 7a. Now this problem you have to read properly what is given, and you have to observe this problem. So what we can do, can we put these two values in this form or what? Okay, see here, if you see this properly, if you observe this outside here in this, so I'm going to get the same terms. Okay, so what will I do? The first term, what will I do? I'll rewrite this term as it is b square. Okay, so what will I do? I will take this minus 2 outside. No, 2 or 3. 3 I will take outside, not 2. Okay, so what will I do? I will take 3 outside here. If I take 3 outside here, so what will I do? What will I get? I will get it as 2a plus b, because I have taken minus also out. Okay, so what is left? Minus 4. Okay, now if you see this equation, can we solve? If I take a square of this, that is a square plus b square, and if I start what is that, expand this equation, it becomes very long equation. So what we'll do, we'll go for some easiest method. So what we'll do for that, what we will do, we will consider, let 2a plus b is equal to x. We will consider this term or this equation as x. So what will I do? I will substitute this x in above equation. In this equation, if I substitute, this becomes x square minus 3x minus 4. Okay, so I think this one you can solve it easily on your own. So if I multiply this term and this term, okay, this and this term, so this becomes minus 4. If I multiply minus 4, what are the factors of 4? I can take it as 4 into 1, as this is minus here. So the bigger one I'm going to get minus, smaller one I'm going to get it as plus. So this becomes x square, okay, minus 4x plus x minus 4. Okay, now this one I'm going to group it. So this becomes x square, I'm going to take outside. So this becomes x minus 4 plus 1 if I take outside. So this becomes x minus 4. Now in this equation, what are the common terms? These two are common terms. If I take outside here, x minus 4. So what is left here? So the left out is x plus 1. Okay. Now these are the two factors of this equation. But what we have taken, what we have done? We have taken here common, right? We have taken here common. Okay. So what will I do? I will substitute this value again in this. Okay. That is substituting back the value, that is x value as 2a 2a plus b. Okay. So if I substitute in this equation, so this becomes 2a plus b, okay, minus 4, one term. One more term, what I'm going to get it as, this is 1, this is 1. Okay, so one more term I'm going to get it as 2a plus b plus 1. Okay, so these are the plus 1. Okay, so these are the two factors of this expression. This is 1. Wait, I rewrite this. So these are the two factors of problem number 10. Fine. I hope you have understood this problem. We'll solve next problem. That is problem number 11. Okay, now if you see, if you observe this problem, it is like your last problem only. It is same problem like that only. Okay, if you observe this properly, so this term I can put it in this form. Okay, so I'll rewrite the equation. So this becomes 1 minus, if I take 2 outside, minus also outside, so what is in left here? A plus b. Okay, so minus 3a plus b whole square. Okay, now if you observe this problem, if you expand, this becomes very large equation. So to avoid all those things, what we'll do, so we will write, let us assume as a plus b is equal to x. We will take this as value as x. Now this value of x I'm going to substitute in this equation. So equation becomes 1 minus 2x minus 3x square. Okay, now you have to find the factors for this. Okay, so I'll rewrite this equation, minus I'm going to take outside. So this becomes 3x square plus 2x minus 1. Now what are the factors you have to find out? It should be minus 3 because this is 3 into minus 1. So what, as it is a prime number, it has only two factors. It is 3 and 1. So here in the middle term, this is your plus. So the bigger value I'm going to take it as plus. So the smaller value I'm going to take it as minus. So we'll write the equation. So this is minus 3x square plus, okay, plus 2x minus 1x minus 1. Now we'll start grouping. If you start grouping and if I take common outside, so this is one group. So what can I take here? So if I take outside here 3x, so this will be x plus 1 minus, if I take outside, so this becomes x plus 1. Okay, so what are the factors? So this is this and this is common. So this one, if I take it outside, x plus 1. So what is left? So 3x minus 1. Okay, so minus. Okay, so this minus I'm going to multiply with this. Okay, so this becomes x plus 1 and 1 minus 3x. Okay, so now what I have to do, I have to substitute back. What I have to do, I have to substituting back, or putting back also you can use. That is x value is what we have taken, a plus b in this equation. Okay, in this equation. So this becomes, the equation becomes a plus b plus 1. Okay, so 1 minus 3, I'll multiply here, a plus b. Okay, so if you want, you can stop down here, or you can write down one more step here, one I have not written here. So this is a plus b plus 1, okay, into 1 minus 3a minus 3b. Okay, so these are the two factors of your problem number 11. I hope you have understood. We'll go for the next problem. So what are the factors here? How will you take the factors? Okay, before taking factors, we can write one more step here. So we'll rewrite the equation properly. So 3a square minus 2a, we are writing into quadratic equation form, minus 1. So what are the factors here? So it should be 3 into minus 1. So this should be minus 3 when you multiply. Okay, and when you add or subtract, you have to get minus 2. So we'll find out the factors here. So it is 3 into 1, because as it is a prime number, so the bigger number is minus here. So what will I take? I will take 3 as minus, 1 as plus. Okay, so we'll rewrite here 3a square minus 3a plus 1 minus 1, plus 1a minus 1. Okay, now we'll start grouping this. 3a, if I take common, so what is left? A minus 1 plus 1 a minus 1. So in this equation, what is common? This term and this term is common. So I'll take it outside, a minus 1. So if I take this outside, so what is left? This is left, correct? So 3a, and what is left? Plus 1 is left, plus 1. So these are the two factors of your problem number 12. Okay, I hope you have understood. We'll go for the problem number 12. So in this you have x term also, you have a term also. So what we will do, we will rewrite this equation. What is common here? Okay, so we'll rewrite this equation as x square plus 3x plus this one I'm going to take because it has x term. So I'll write this first term. Okay, so plus 2 plus 2a. Okay, now what we will do, we'll try to take common here. This one, in this we will group and this we will group. Okay, so x square plus, if what I can take common here, x I can take common here, x if I take common, so this becomes 3. Okay, so 3 plus a, right, plus what I can take here common, 2. If I take 2 common here, so this becomes 1 plus a. Okay, so 1 plus a I can take common. Now this and this is not common, so what we can do, here one more step we can write here. Okay, so we can rewrite this equation as x square plus x. See, I want in this form. Either I have to put this one in this form or this one in this form. So what I can write, this one I can write it as 2 plus 1 plus a. Okay, plus 2. I will rewrite this equation as it is 1 plus a. Okay, now this one I can take it as, what I can take it as, a plus 1 plus a. So I'll rewrite again what we can, can write it as. So I can group this as x square. Okay, plus I will take this one as outside. So this one 2x. This one I will write it as same, it is 1 plus a into x. Can you see here? This x I have written here. Okay, so this I have multiplied. This I have multiplied 2 into x I have written here, and this one 1 plus a I have written into bracket like this only, and this x I have written here. So plus what I can write, 1 plus a into 2. Okay, now this and this is common. Okay, so this and this is common, so what I can do here, I can take it outside. So this becomes, this I can group. This one I can take it as one group, and this one I can take it as one more group. So this one, if I take outside here x, so this becomes x plus 2. Okay, can you see here? This one I have grouped it. Okay, so if I take x outside, so this becomes one group. So plus what I will do, I will take 1 plus a outside. So what is left here? X plus 2. X plus 2 is left. Okay, so 2 is left. Again, what will I do? Again, I can take this one outside, this one and this one outside. So if I take this one and this one outside, so what is left? X plus 2, if I take it outside, so what is left? So this x is left here. X plus this one is left, 1 plus a. So these are the two terms of problem number 13. Little bit you have to rearrange the equation and we have to put it in this form, and then we have to take it common. So what you can do for this problem, you can pause the video, you can just work out and you can check the steps. Okay, so we'll go for the next problem. These two terms are same. So as these two terms are same, so what will we do? We will consider let 3x minus 2y is equal to a. Now this a I'm going to substitute in this equation. So this becomes uh, a square plus 3a minus 10. Okay, so if you multiply, what you have to get? You have to get minus 10, and you have to add or subtract, you have to get 3. So you have to find the factors such that you have to get. So it is 5 2 some. Okay, as in the middle it is plus, so I'm going to write it here plus, and this one as minus. Okay, so this one as minus. So this becomes a square plus 5a minus 2a minus 10. Okay, so I'll group it. So this becomes a, if I take outside, a plus 5. Okay, so minus 2 if I take outside, so this becomes a plus 5, because this is 2 into 5, so 2 I can take it outside. Okay, so what are the common two terms? This and this two are common. Okay, so this and these two are common. So if I write it here, a plus 5, so what is left? A minus 2. Now these are the two terms of this, two factors of this equation. But what we have done, we have substituted a is equal to, we have taken a is equal to. Now next what we can do, substituting back, a is equal to 3x minus 2y. Which equation? In this equation. So if I substitute, so what I'm going to get, a instead in place of a, I'm going to write it as 3x minus 2y. So what is left? Plus 5. So this is one term, and one more term is 3x minus 2y minus 2. Okay, so these are the two factors of problem number 14. Okay, so next we will go for problem number 15. So what we can do, can we put in this form, this one, it is 3a, this one is 3a square. Okay, this is also a square, and this also it is 2a. So what we can do is, we have to take here common minus. If I take here common minus outside, so this will be in this form. So I'll rewrite the equation 5 minus, I'll write this one as it is 3a square minus 2a. In this I'm going to take it outside, 6 minus 1. If I take minus 1 outside, so this becomes 3a square. As I have taken minus outside, so this becomes minus, because minus into minus plus. Okay, so this becomes minus 2a. Now what will I do? I will consider, let 3a square minus 2a is equal to x. Now this one I'm going to substitute in the above equation. So the above equation becomes 5 minus x, 5 minus x, okay, so into 6 minus 1, okay, into x. Okay, now what will I do? I'll multiply this one. If I multiply this one, so this becomes 5 minus, see, x into 6, so this becomes 6x, minus into minus, so this becomes plus. Okay, so x square. Okay, so I'll rewrite this equation again, x square minus 6x plus 5. Okay, so now we have to find the factors. 5 into 1, it is 5. So what I have to select? 5 into 1. So the middle value is what? Minus. So I'm going to select it as minus, and this also minus, because minus 5, okay, minus 5 and minus 5, I'm going to get minus 6. Okay, so that's why both the values I'm going to select minus. And when I multiply also, see, it is plus here. So when I multiply also, minus into minus, so this should be plus. Okay, so the factors are x square minus 5x minus 1x plus 5. Okay, so what I'm going to get it here now, if I do this grouping, this and this grouping, so what is, if I take x outside, so this is x minus 5. Okay, so minus 1 if I take outside, so this becomes x minus 5. So what are the two factors we are going to get it here? The two factors are, okay, so x minus 5, and one more value is what? X minus 1. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to substitute back what we have taken, we have taken x is equal to, we have taken as x is equal to 3a square minus 2a. Now this one I'm going to substitute in this equation. So this equation becomes, okay, so this becomes 3a square minus 2a minus 5, one term. Second term I'm going to get it as 3a square minus 2a minus 1. Okay, so what will I do here? Again we have to factorize this because it is into quadratic equation, okay, polynomial equation. So what will I do? I will multiply these two terms. These two terms if I multiply, so what I'm going to get 15. So 15 if I multiply, 5 3s are 15. So in the middle it is minus, so I will take this as minus and this one as plus. So this becomes 3a square, okay, minus 5a, okay, plus 5, sorry 3, it is 3a and minus 5. So these are the terms of this equation, and for this equation I'm going to take it as 3a square. So what is the value here? So 3 into 1, 3 into minus 1, I'm going to get minus 1. So 3 ones are 3. So this becomes minus and this is plus. So it is minus 3a plus a minus a. Now what are the common grouping? So this one I will group and this one I'm going to group. So what will I take out here? So a I'm going to take it out here. So if I take a out, so this becomes 3a minus 5. Okay, so plus 1, so this becomes 3a minus 5. Okay, so these are the two factors here. Okay, so here I will write what is the common. 3a minus 5, one common value, and one more value is a plus 5. Okay, so in this if I group 3a, okay, if I take common, what I can take here common, yes, 3a I can take common here. So this becomes a minus 1 plus 1 a minus 1. Okay, so here if I take values here, so what I'm going to get here, I'm going to get it as a minus 1 and 3a plus 1. So what are the factors here? Factors here, 4 factors we are going to get it here. So the 4 factors are 3a minus 5, one term, one more term is a plus 1, one more term is a minus 1, and one more term is 3a plus 1. Okay, so these are the 4 factors of problem number 15. If I take LCM, so what I'm going to get, I'll change the color. So this one will be 35. So this will be 1 because 1 divided by 35 into 35. So this 35 get cancelled. So you're going to get 1. So 1. Here also same way, I'm going to get 12a. Here I'm going to get 35a square because it is a divided by 1 into 35. So this becomes 35 into a square. So how will I rewrite this equation? So 1 divided by 35, I'm going to take it outside and I'll rewrite this equation. First I will write 35a square plus 12a plus 1. So what are the factors here? So it should be 35. So 35 means 7 fives are. So what I'm going to get, 7 fives are, when I add 7 plus 5 it is 12. So it is 35a square plus 12a plus 5a plus 1. Okay, fine. So into 135 into divided by 1 divided by 35. Okay, so 1 divided by 35, how we will get here? So if you take common here, this is 7, this is 7. Okay, so if I take a common here, 7a, so what is left? 5a, 5a plus 1. Okay, so plus 1, so what is left? 5a plus 1. Okay, so what is the common in these two equation? 5a plus 1 is the common. Here what is left out? So left out is 7a plus 1 into 1 divided by 35. So these are the factors of problem number 16. So we'll go for the problem number 17. Let x square minus 3x is equal to a. I will take it as a. So this becomes a into a minus 1 minus 20. So if I multiply, so this becomes a square minus a minus 20. Now if I want factors, I have to get it minus 20. So what are the values I'm going to get? Okay, so 5 into 4. I have to get 5 fours are. So as this is minus here, so this becomes minus and this becomes plus. Okay, so this becomes a square minus 5a plus 4a minus 20. So if I take a common here, so this becomes a minus 5 plus 4 if I take outside. So how do I write this? 4 into 5. So this 4 and this 4 I can take outside. So 4 if I take outside, a minus 5. So what are two common values here? Two common values here, a minus 5. Okay, this one and this one is common. So what is left? A plus 4. Okay, so these are the two factors of these two equations. But what we have done, we have taken a is equal to, what we have taken, a is equal to x square minus 3x. Okay, now this value I have to substitute in this equation, correct? So this equation becomes x square minus 3x minus 5. Okay, minus 5, and this becomes x square minus 3x, correct, plus 4. Now if you see this equation properly, you cannot factorize, is not possible here, because the 5 is prime number here. If you see, 5 is a prime number, so as it is a prime number, so I have to take 5 into 1. Okay, so if I subtract here 5 minus 1, so what I'm going to get? 4. So I cannot get this value. So if I multiply these two terms, I have to get 3. Is it possible to get 3? It is not possible. So further I cannot factorize this equation. Now come to this equation. Okay, so this equation is what? 4. Okay, so 4 means what I can do, I can just take it as 4 into 1 I can take, but the middle value is minus 3. Okay, so this what I have to take, this one I have to take it as minus, and this one I have to take it as plus. Can I factorize this? No, I cannot factorize this also. So what will I write? Factorization is not possible, because when I multiply here, so I'm going to get it here minus. I can take this minus, okay? I can take it this minus and this plus. I have to take this minus and this plus. But when I multiply this into this, so I will get minus 4. But what I have to get? I have to get plus 4. I have to get plus 4. So this is not equal, so I cannot factorize this term also. So this is where we have to stop it here. Okay. So these are the two factors of your problem number 17. Okay, so next we'll go for the next problem. So problem number 18, if you see here, so what is given? For each trinomial, that is quadratic equation given below, find whether it is factorizable or not factorizable. Okay, not. So if it is factorizable, then if possible, then factorize. Okay, in this we will take first one. Okay, so the first problem here we will take it as, see it is into quadratic equation or not, it is in this form or not. Yes, it is in the form of a square ax square, okay, plus bx plus c. Now this equation and this equation you have to compare. If you compare both the equation, so what I'm going to get, so a is what here, a is equal to 1, so here you have 1. Okay, so what is b? B is equal to minus 3, and what is c? C is equal to minus 54. Now we have to use the equation d is equal to I'm going to use, d is equal to b square minus 4ac. What is d here? D is called as discriminant. Okay, now I'm going to substitute this b square and minus 4a value, and I will find it out, the value of d. So d is what? B square is what here? Minus 3. So I'm going to write it as square minus 4. What is a here? A is equal to 1. So 1 I'm going to substitute into minus 54. Minus 54. Okay, now if I take here minus into minus 3 into minus 3, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get plus 9. So it is 9. Okay, so minus into minus plus 4 into 54. So 4 into 54 is how much? You are going to get is 216. When I add these two terms, I'm going to get it as 225, that is 255. So how you have to first tell it is factorizable or not factorizable. So when you are going to get tell it is factorizable or not factorizable, when you are going to get d is equal to 0 or d is greater than 0. If these two conditions satisfy, then we are going to tell it as s. Yes, it is factorizable. If you get d is lesser than 0, that is if you get negative values, then we are going to tell it is not factorizable. Okay. Now if you say this condition, it is greater than 0. Okay. And you have to see it is perfect square or not. If it is a perfect square, then only you are able to factorize. Otherwise, you cannot factorize it. Okay. So you have to check it is perfect square or not. Yes, it is a perfect square. When I multiply, when I take a square root of 225, so what I have to get? I have to get 15. Otherwise also, if I take 15 square, what is the 15 square? You are going to get 225. So yes, it is factorizable. Okay. So now we have to start factorizing. Okay. So what is the equation given? The equation given as x square minus 3x minus 54. Okay. So it is minus 54. Minus 54 means what are the factors here? 9, 6. As in the middle it is minus. So this one I'm going to take minus and this one I'm going to get plus. So this becomes x square minus 9x. Okay. Plus 6x minus 54. Okay. So if I take a common here, so x, if I take a common, x minus 9 plus 6. Okay, so if I take outside, so this becomes x minus 9. Okay, so what is common here? This one and this one is common. So x minus 9. If I take outside, so what is left? X plus 6. So these are the two factors of your problem number 1. So we'll go for the next problem. Okay, so next problem is given as problem number 2. Problem number 2 is given as factorizable or not. So what is given? A is given how much? 2. B is given how much? Minus 7. C is given how much? Minus 15. Okay. So we'll use this formula now. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. So B square in the sense minus 7 whole square. Okay. Minus 4 into 2 into minus 15. So how do I rewrite? So minus 7 into minus 7, how much it is? Plus 49. Okay. So this becomes plus 49. Okay. So minus into minus, this becomes plus 8 into 15. So plus 8 into 15, if you do, how much you are going to get? 120. Multiply here. If you multiply here, you are going to get 120. So this becomes plus 49 and plus 120. If you add these two terms, you are going to get it as how much? 9, 6 and 1. So what is this? This is nothing but 16. If you take square of 16, you are going to get 169. If you want, you can multiply and say 16 in 13 into 13. So 13 into 13, if you square it, you are going to get 169. So this is your perfect square. If it is a perfect square and if it is greater than 0, then it is factorizable. So now we will start factorizing. So what is the equation given? So as it is, we will tell it is possible. Factorization is possible. So we'll write the equation what is given. So it is 2x square minus 7x minus 15. So you have to multiply 2 into 15. Okay. So how much you are going to get? 2 into 15 means how much? 30. So 30, if you, what you have to do, you have to subtract, or if you add, you have to get it as 7. So what will I take? I will take 10 into 3. So this becomes minus and this is plus. So this is 2x square minus 10x plus 3x minus 15. So if I take common here, 2x, what I'm going to get? X minus 5. Okay, plus 3 if I take outside here, so x minus 5. What is common? This and this is common, so this one I will take it outside. Okay, so it is x minus 5. What is left? 2x minus plus 3. Okay, so these are the two terms of your problem number second in question number 18. So next we will go for the next problem. Okay, so problem number 3 in your question number 18. So what is given? We have to write it as a is equal to 2. Then b, how much we are getting? B is equal to 2. And c, we are getting how much? Minus 75. So what is the equation we have to take? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. So how much is b square? 2, that is 2 square minus 4. A is how much? 2, again minus 75. So this becomes 2 into 2 is 4. Minus into minus plus, it is 8 into 75. So 8 into 75, multiply 8 into 75. 8 into 75, so this is 600. Okay, so that is 4 plus 600. Okay, so this becomes 400, and this is not perfect square. Perfect square. Okay, as it is not a perfect square, so we cannot do further factorization. Okay, so the next problem will go for the problem number 4. Okay, so a is equal to how much? 3. B is equal to how much? 4. And C is equal to how much? Minus 10. D, what is the equation? D is equal to B square minus 4AC. B is how much? 4, means 4 square here, minus this is into how much? 3 into minus 10. So this becomes 4 into 4, 16, minus into minus plus 12 into 10. So 12 into 10 is how much? 120. So this is 16 plus 120. So this becomes 16 plus 0, 6, 131. So 136. Is it perfect square? No, it is not a perfect square. 136 is not a perfect square. So further we cannot do calculations. That is, we cannot do factorization. So it is not perfect square. Okay. So we'll go for the next problem. That is problem fifth problem in question number 18. So it is multiply this. First I will remove the bracket. So this is 2x square minus x minus 1. So a is how much here? A is equal to 2. B how much here? Minus 1. C is how much here? Minus 1. So the formula is d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So this becomes minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 1. So this becomes minus 1 into minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1. This is 1. Okay, so 1 minus minus into minus. So this becomes plus. Plus into a 4 into 2, it becomes 8. So this is answer is 9. So 9 is what? 3 square. 3 square is 9. So this is your perfect square. Perfect square. Okay, so this is factorizable. So as it is a factorizable, so what you can do, you can find the factors of these two. So it is 2x square minus x minus 1. So I will write this, you can take down as a homework. Okay, you can do it on your own. So what you are going to get is factor is, I will write the factors here. So you are going to get x minus 1, and one more factor you are going to get it as 2x minus plus 1. Okay, so this is the answer for your question number 5 of problem number 5 of 18th question. So we'll go for the problem number 19, root 3. Okay, now first what you have to do, first step what you have to do, you have to multiply these two terms. Okay, so these two terms you have to multiply. If you multiply, so 4 root 3 into 2 root 3. Okay, so this into this is what? How much? 8. So root 3 into root 3 is nothing but 3. So 4 3s are, you're going to get 4 3s are 2 terms. Okay, so this one, if you want, you can take it as, keep it as like that only, or you can write it as 24. Okay, so what you have to select? You have to select 8 3s are. So this is plus, and this should be minus. Okay, because this one is plus. So I'm going to take bigger value as plus, and smaller value I'm going to get it as minus 3. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Okay, so now we'll start writing the equation. So 4 root 3 x square plus 8x minus 3x minus 2 root 2 root 3. Okay, now in this what I can write it here. So here 4 is outside, so 4 I can take it outside here. Okay, so if I take 4 outside here, in this two terms what I can take outside, so 4 I can take outside, even I can take x also outside. So this, if I take outside, so what is left? 3 root 3x minus 2. Okay, now 3, how can I write here? as I have root 3 here, so 3 how can I write here? So 3 I can write it as root 3 into root 3. So in this what I will take outside, I'm going to take it outside as root 3. Okay, so root 3 if I take it outside, so this is plus. So this becomes x. So this becomes, what is left? Root 3 if I take it outside, so what is left? Root 3 is left. Root 3 into x minus 2. Okay, so root 3 we have already taken out, so you are going to get only plus 2. Okay, so minus also we have taken outside, so this becomes plus 2. So in this one and this 2 is common. So this is root 3 into x plus 2. Okay, and what is left out? So 4x minus root 3. So these are the two terms of problem number 1 in problem number 19. Okay, so next we will go second one. Okay, so this is the problem given. So what we have to do, first step, you have to multiply these two terms, that is 7 root 2 into 4 root 2. So what are you going to get? 7 into 4 into 2. Okay, final of you. So if you multiply these two, you are going to get it as 28. 28 into 2, how much you are going to get? 56. So if you find a factor of 56, you have to find a factor of 56 such that you have to add or multiply, you have to get it as 10. So it is 14 14 into 4. If you multiply 14 into 4, you are going to get it as 56. So this is minus and this is plus because this is minus. Okay, so it is, we'll write the equation 7 root 2 x square minus 14x, okay, minus 4x plus 4x minus 4 root 2. Okay, now if I take a common here, so what I can take here, 7 root 2 I can take common here. Can I take 7 root 2 common? Yes, I can take 7 root 2. X also I can take outside. So if I take x outside, so what I'm going to get? X here minus. So see here. So how can I write 14 here? 14 how can I write? 14 I can write it as 7 into 2. So but 2 how can I rewrite it here? I can write it as 7 into root 2 into root 2. What if I take this 2 outside, what is left? Root 2 is left. So this becomes root 2. Okay, so plus what I will take it outside here, I will take 4 outside, so what is left? X minus root 2. Okay, so this one and this one is common, so what I'm going to get it here, x minus root 2 into that is 7 root 2 plus 4. Okay, so these two are factors of this equation. Okay, so the last problem is there. In the last problem, what he has asked, given possible expression for length and the breadth of the rectangular whose area is given. For that he has given the equation, problem number 20. Okay, so we'll start solving this problem. So what is given here? 12 into 25. Okay, so I'll write it down here. What you have to get? You have to get it as 35. 35 you have to get. So how can I write here? 12, how can I write? 3 into 4. And this one I can write it as 5 into 5. So how can I multiply? So if I multiply these two terms and these two terms, so that is 20 into 15. Okay, so 12 x square. So which is the greater term? So I will take it, that term as minus. So minus 20x plus or minus. I have to take both the terms minus because you have minus here and you have to here plus here. So this also I have to take minus and this also I have to take it at minus. So minus into minus, what I'm going to get? Plus. So here I have plus, as I have plus. So I have to get plus sign. So this is also what? This one also it is minus 15x plus 25. So this is minus into 15. Okay, so now what I can take common here, you have 12 and 20. So 4 3s are 4 5s are, so 4 I can take common here. So 4 if I take common, 4x. So what I'm going to get? 3x minus 5. If I take 3 outside here, so I'm going to get 3. What I'm going to take, what are the factors here? 5 into 3. 5 3 is a 15. Here, what I'm going to get? 5 into 5. So what I can take common here? I have to take common here 5. So 5 3, 3x minus 5, because I have taken minus out. So this one and this one is common. So this is 3x minus 5. And what is left out? So 4x minus 5. Okay, now these are the factors of problem number 20. Any one value you can take it as one. If I you can take this one as length and this one you can take it as breadth, or you can take this one as, or you can take this one as breadth, or you can take this one as length. So this is your length and breadth of problem number 20. Okay, so these are the 20 problems of your exercise number 5B of your ICSE 9th maths. I hope you people have understood. Students, you people have understood. So what you can do is you can pause the video and you can solve the problems, and you can just verify the steps, and you can redo it. Okay. And if you have liked my video, so please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Let's meet again in the next video.